Yeah, how's it going, guys? It's Richie Unicorn Caller here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are back, and we have the Autism Awareness blog that we are going to read together. And if you want to read it by yourself, yeah, I will also leave it linked in the top pin comment and also the description. And as you can see here, it looks like they also fixed the robe with its latest hot fix. Ah, man, I'm gonna miss that robe. That was a really funny glitch. But yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it, and I'm super excited to read this. I always love reading their blog posts. Just been really fun. So let's check it out together over here. And yeah, as Autism Awareness Month wraps up, we're proud to spotlight autistic voices on our team. Meet Juliana Valet, lifelong Wizard 101 fan and associate marketing producer, as she shares her journey in the gaming industry. And that's a really cool little cover art that they did. And then over here we have the main blog post. As we approach the end of April, which is recognized as Autism Awareness Month, we want to take a moment to celebrate and amplify the voices of our autistic team members who have generously shared their personal journeys. Through their stories, we hope to deepen awareness of both the challenges and the strengths that come with being autistic while working in the gaming industry, and to celebrate the incredible value that neurodiversity brings to our creative teams. Stay tuned tomorrow for a follow-up post on navigating autism from player perspectives. Oh, interesting. So we'll definitely have to keep on the lookout on their social media channels again. That's very interesting because they posted this yesterday. Autism, or autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a neurological and developmental disorder characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and nonverbal communication. But it also comes with incredible strengths like attention to detail, deep focus, strong memory, and more. No two people on the autism spectrum are the same. In the special Autism Awareness Month feature, we're thrilled to highlight Juliana Valet, an associate marketing producer at KingsIsle Entertainment and a lifelong Wizard 101 player with a deep personal connection to the game. She shares her journey from devoted player to game industry professional, and how her autism has shaped both her career and her relationship with gaming. Who's that? Hey, yo, who is that? Who is that? Hey, is that Jules? Who is that? Hey, yo, I love the blue hair. Oh, man. Who is that? You know? Who is that? Yo, that's what's up, dude. I love it. What is your role at KingsIsle, and what do you enjoy most about it? I am associate marketing producer at KingsIsle Entertainment, which means I help manage timelines, support our marketing promotions, and act as a liaison between marketing and other departments. What I enjoy the most, honestly, is the people. My coworkers are so supportive, fun, and passionate about what they do, and it really makes the workplace feel welcome. I can confirm that Emma is Little Queen. I also really love Cake Day and any kind of food-related celebrations we have. It's such a small thing, but those moments bring everyone together and make the office feel like a community. What inspired you to apply for a job at KingsIsle? What first drew me to apply for a job at KingsIsle was my lifelong connection to Wizard 101. It wasn't just a game I played as a kid, it was my special interest growing up as someone on the autism spectrum. I spent years playing PvP in the Wizard 101 arena, drawing my character, Julia Sparkle Fountain, creating stories around my character, and finding a safe space where I could truly be myself on the game and internet. When I saw the opportunity to work at the very company that made such a lasting impact on my life, it felt like everything came full circle. I applied not just because I loved the game, but because I genuinely believe in the worlds KingsIsle creates, and I want to help build them for the next generation of players who might be just like me. I have extremely high hopes for this company because the team's passion is undeniable. When did you first learn that you were autistic, and how has that shaped your life? I was actually diagnosed with autism back in second grade, but I didn't find out until I was in middle school. My mom chose not to tell me at the time, even though I was receiving a lot of support, like speech therapy and an IEP, which, by the way, I also went to speech therapy as well, or individualized education program. I always felt different from the other kids, but I didn't know why. I couldn't explain it, and I didn't have the words for what I was experiencing. But my middle school wasn't easy. Oh, dude, I hated middle school. Dude, I tell you this, I don't know why, but middle school sucked. I don't know why, like, what happens to, like, everybody just turns into a bully. Dude, I'm projecting right now, but dude, this is about Julie. We got to listen to Julie's story. But I'm telling you, I did not have a fun experience in middle school whatsoever. I can't stand middle school. Oh wait, she mentions bullying too. Yeah, dude, I hate middle school, bro. I hope people out there had a better time in middle school than I did. But I can't stand middle school. High school, it was fine. Elementary school is fine, but middle school, for some reason, that's when everything just goes AWOL. I don't know why. But anyway, no, I'm reading into this right now. Whatchamacallit? Let's go back to where we were at. But middle school wasn't easy. I felt like I had to work extra hard to fit in, and I was often seen as the quiet kid. Things got a little better in high school, but towards the end, and especially in the beginning of college, it got harder again. I was bullied for how I communicated, even if it wasn't always direct. A lot of bullying came through exclusion, being left out, ignored, or dismissed. I really wanted to fit in. I went to college parties, tried to be social, tried to have a big group of friends, but it became exhausting. I experienced burnout because I was constantly doing something called masking. Masking is when an autistic person hides or suppresses their natural behaviors like stimming, avoiding eye contact, or needing extra time to process just to appear more typical or socially acceptable. It's like acting all the time, and it takes a huge toll on your mental and emotional health. One thing that helped me through all of this was something called a special interest. For many autistic people, a special interest is a topic, activity, or hobby they're incredibly passionate about, something that brings intense focus, comfort, and joy. It's more than just a hobby, it's often a way we process the world, build confidence, and find a sense of identity. For me, that special interest was Wisdom 101. Wizard 101 was my escape from the real world. It wasn't just a game, it became a special interest of mine. I played it all through elementary school, middle school, high school, and even now, my character, Julia Sparkle Fountain, felt like an extension of myself. I would draw her constantly on my homework, in sketchbooks, anywhere. By the way, she's a really good artist. Make sure to go follow her anywhere I could. Creating art and stories around her brought me joy, comfort, and confidence when the real world felt confusing or isolating. That passion never went away. Even now, I still draw Julia Sparkle Fountain, and Wisdom 101 continues to hold a special place in my heart. In fact, my deep connection to the game and the creativity it sparked in me actually led me to where I am today. I now work at KingsIsle Entertainment as a marketing associate producer, the very company that created Wisdom 101. It's kind of wild to think about something that started as a safe space for me as a kid became the driving force behind my career. It showed me that the following a special interest, even when others don't understand, it can lead to something truly meaningful. Today, I'm a lot more open about being autistic. I no longer feel the need to hide who I am. I've surrounded myself with supportive family and friends and family, or just friends. I share my story in hopes someone can relate to me and find peace just being myself in the game that helped me find my path. This is such an awesome blog post, by the way. I am enjoying this. How does your autism influence your work at KingsIsle? As someone who is autistic, I experience a lot of anxiety around making sure everything gets done on time. I am constantly double checking deadlines, making personal to-do lists, and yes, I am often the one poking with reminders to keep things moving. It comes from a genuine place of wanting everything to go smoothly and not wanting anyone to be caught off guard. That urgency sometimes feel overwhelming for me internally, but it also means I'm very proactive and dependable when it comes to project timelines and deliverables. whatchamacallit. In a way, my autism and anxiety make me hyper aware of structure, which is actually really useful in a fast paced work environment. I just try to balance that by communicating kindly and staying open to flexibility when things shift. What strengths or perspectives do you bring to the team as an autistic person? One of the unique strengths I bring to the team because of my autism is my little and direct style of communication. I tend to say exactly what I mean and appreciate it when others do the same. It helps reduce the confusion and keeps everyone aligned in marketing. Oh, in marketing, where clarity and consistency are key, being able to communicate in a straightforward way is a big asset. It helps ensure tasks don't get lost in vague language, and it makes collaboration smoother, especially when you're juggling tight deadlines and multiple moving parts. My brain is wired to look for structure and precision, and I think that complements the creative side of marketing well. That combined with my neurodivergent perspective adds to the diversity of the thought of our teams. Awesome. This is really good. I'm really enjoying this. How does being autistic shape your approach to gaming? Being autistic shapes the way I approach gaming in a personal way. For me, it's not about the gameplay mechanics, it's about the characters I get deeply attached to. With Wizard 101, I became attached to my character, Julia Sparkle Fountain. She was more than just a wizard in a game. She was a version of myself I could shape and express freely. She had everything I loved: ice magic, confidence, blue hair, and bright colors. In the Project Diva series. Oh, I think I played that game before, which is a series of rhythm games. Yeah, that's like Miku. Hatsume Miku, I think. Rhythm games known for the beautiful PVs. I developed a huge obsession with Hatsume. Ah, I knew it was Miku. I knew it was Miku. Hatsune Miku. I knew it was her. And the other Krypton Future Media Vocaloid characters. I started listening to Vocaloid music in middle school at a time when it was considered cringe. It is kind of funny looking back now because Hatsume Miku is finally getting recognition she deserves. I feel like I was ahead of the curve loving anime and Hatsune Miku way before it was trendy, but at the time I was made fun of it. People didn't understand that connection or why it meant so much to me. What do you wish more players knew about autistic gamers? I wish people knew that not every autistic person communicates or plays the same way. Some of us might struggle with a voice chat or fast-paced social interactions in games, but that doesn't mean we're not engaged or we don't want to connect. We just connect differently, and that should be welcomed, not judged. And somebody mentioned, and I wanted to bring this up, but somebody mentioned, I can't remember if it was Mia or somebody else in my Discord. They mentioned how they kind of wish that there was like a tag in game to kind of let players know that you do have a neuro thing going on. But I thought that was really interesting to like hear about, because I know I play team ups a lot. Like I help a lot of people in team ups, and it's specifically Storm Wizards. I don't know what's my beef with Storm Wizards, but like I see so many Storm Wizards that like crash out over like a simple mistake. Like a random player will do a simple mistake, or somebody might not have menu chat, or whatever it is, and they're just like go feral. All right, one example, it could be Darkmoor. I see so many people crash out in Darkmoor. I'm like, dude, this dungeon's been out for 10 years. There is no reason to be getting this upset. Like, just tone down the attitude a little bit. Be nice to players and just, calm down a little bit, man. Like everybody expects like you to attack in one round. Like, you can't do that all the time. Not everybody is aware of fast strategies. And I think that's the reason why I like team-ups so much. It's just because not only is it just nice to help people all around the spiral, I don't know, it just feels nice to me in the sense to help people that may be struggling with the game, in a sense, right? It's just nice to help people. What would you like fans to know about working in game development as an autistic person? What I'd like fans to know is that being autistic in the gaming industry can be incredibly empowering. Working in an industry I am passionate about, surrounded by other creative and sometimes neurodivergent individuals, has shown me that my differences aren't something to hide. They are a strength. Autism helps me approach problems in innovative ways and brings authenticity and heart into what I do. And there's an awesome picture of Jules. I love the hair and I love the shirt. I gotta get me one of the shirts one of these days, man. Juliana Val's story is a powerful reminder that autism is not a limitation, it's a source of creativity and strength. As a lifelong Wisdom 101 fan, what began as a special interest became a creative outlet, a source of confidence, and ultimately the inspiration for her career. Now an associate marketing producer at KingsIsle, Juliana brings her unique perspective, focus, and passion to the very game that helped shape her journey. Her experience reminds us that autism is not something to be hidden, it's something to be celebrated. And then they have these really, really good resources, Autism Government and Organization Resources. April is Autism Awareness Month, but it's also a good time to learn more, support neurodivergent communities, and explore the wealth of resources available. Below are some trusted organizations and government sites dedicated to autism awareness, advocacy, and support. And they have a list of awesome stuff. With love, the KingsIsle team. Pretty cool stuff. This was a really good blog post. I loved it. That was really good. And like I said, it will be linked in case you wanted to also read it yourself. Obviously, I'm not the best at reading stuff. That was really good. I loved it. And like I said, I forgot who said it. It was somebody in Discord or a comment, but they kind of wished how there was a way to kind of maybe mark your wizard as neurodivergent or something like that, just to kind of, I guess, notify other wizards that you do have autism or ASD, you know, something like that. And, you know, I thought about that, and it's really interesting. They also mentioned something about text chat. You can't really type much about that stuff in text chat. I think it glows like yellow or red. And you guys know that Wizard 101 has a very, 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 very strict text chat policy. So, who knows? We might see that in the future. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. It would also be cool if we got some charity events going on. I honestly think that this was scheduled earlier, but of course we talked about that previous KI Live that was canceled. So maybe in the future we could get some autism awareness charity events in game, which would also be really cool. But overall, that was a 10 out of 10 blog. I loved it. I thought that was really good. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. You can watch the previous video if you needed a recap about what's in the Crown Shop and all that stuff. I mean, there's lots, and I mean lots of stuff in the Crown Shop. I mean, some of the stuff you don't really need, but it's in the Crown Shop if you needed to take a look at stuff. I'm seeing bundles. I'm seeing something that's 30,000 crowns. So I'm going to let y'all have fun with that. But until then, I really love that blog post. Good job on Emma and KingsIsle team, Jules, everybody. Hopefully y'all have a wonderful day. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.